Morning, everybody. Well, after a few cooler days, it's now gone super hot again. I'm wearing a shirt because I'm going to go out in a minute. But where's the wonderful British weather that we know and love, which is just raining all the time? Bring that back, please. But what's happening this week? Not a lot is happening. I'm going to go shopping this afternoon and get some bits for DIY. So I've ordered a Hoover, which is an actual Hoover. So I've ordered a vacuum cleaner that is a Hoover. So I'm quite excited. I've just done the toilet and oh my god, it's the quickest I've ever done it. I'm super excited. I mean, I don't know how exciting my life is right now, but maybe not very if I'm very excited about the toilet, but I did it so quickly. It was the quickest I've ever done it. I've been steadily getting faster, and this, it was just like, you know, wheel it down, lift it, tip it, press the button, shoosh, all done. So I was very, very excited. The other thing that's happened is I met someone else that has a boat. They don't live on their boat, but they use it as a holiday boat, and they were asking how I'm getting on, and I mentioned about the base plate, and they didn't know what it was, and I said, oh, it needs the overplating removing and then plating back on. They didn't know what plating was, overplating, and I thought, oh my god, does this make me a real boater? Finally, I'm a proper boater. So give me your opinions about what makes a proper boater. I'd love to hear them, because I still feel like I'm just fumbling through, and I'm sure many of you may agree. But at what point do you consider yourself a proper boater? Let me know. I've just been shopping, got myself some new gifts. So I finally found some bungees, so they'll be useful for my trolley, although I need a new trolley, but never mind, one thing at a time. And I got some more, well, I got some more clear silicone, this is for the windows, and I've got some decorations cork, and I can't remember what this is for. I wanted brown, but I know there's some bits the last couple of weeks that I thought, oh, I wish I had some cork. So I've got that until I write the jobs down. And then I ruined a paintbrush, so I'm replacing that. And I've also got some water weld. So this is putty that will set underwater. So I've got this for emergencies if I need to do some patching of the gas locker before I can get it actually done properly. So I might put this in as a precaution. So there's a bit like where it's wearing away and I just want to stop it from making a hole. So it's that. The reason why it's water weld is because it's under the water line, so there's damp in that corner. So I kind of want this to be able to set, so this will set underwater. So hopefully that means it'll set on something that's damp. And then I've got this, which is extreme heat weld, because I've got a hole in the fireplace. I can't remember if I told you about it. I also bought some super glue, which isn't here, I've just put it away. And my mum's given me some brushes. There we go. So 3 brushes for getting into small places. So we've got nylon for upholstery, which I can't imagine I'll use, but I might. Brass one for general, and stainless for rust removal. So yeah, that one will help me clear some of the rust. So yeah, an excellent haul. Why is it all black and red? Have you noticed all these DIY stuff apart from this one? But I presume that's blue because it says it's water. But let me show you what I mean about the windows. So there's a window behind me here, so let's just pull this up. So we've got the clear silicone here, which you can't see because it's too bright, which is a problem. I wonder if I can, there we go. I've just put my hand on the window. So you can see here how it's all peeling away. So if it rains and there's a leak, the water just goes straight in there. So I'm going to peel all this silicone away and like replace it, clean up the wood as well. And then also here there's this kind of, I think this is quite old silicone because it's not very soft anymore, but it is rubbery, and that's just peeling away and crumbling. So you can see it's not really in the best condition, and it's like rotten where it's got damp like at the ends. So what I'm going to do is pull all that out, give the wood a rub down, put an oil on the wood, to treat it, try and make it so it isn't just going to soak in, and then put the silicone back. I need to do the seals on the outside, but I still haven't got around to it. And I haven't bought any seals. Oh, I've just got back to the boat and it's so hot in here. It's hot outside, but there's a nice breeze. With the shade, it's fine. I got in, it's 30 degrees in here, so the windows were open as well. But as you know, there's still all these wooden things on a lot of the windows, so this window barely opens, and I can't even get the window over there. It doesn't open at all. I've got to go around the outside and push it, but that's the side that's wet. So I could go on the roof and push it from the roof, but it's one of those jobs where you think, oh, I need to do that, and you just never get around to doing it. I've got another DIY plaster. I was just measuring up the door frame to see if I can get some like insect netting, so I was just measuring it and I let go of the tape measure and it sliced my finger. Great start. I'm doing a bit of stove cleaning today. So you remember I pointed out the hole here. I think I did anyway. If I didn't, there's a hole here. But it's so rusty, the chimney's so rusty that I'm just kind of cleaning that. But my cloth is very black now. But so it must be working. Look, shiny half. Only because it's wet, but I'm fooling myself that it's shiny because it's beautifully clean. But we'll see how clean I can get it, and then when it's dry I might use a bit of sandpaper and just key it out. You can't see the hole because it's so bright today, but there you go, you can just see it there. Look, one of my new brushes is coming in useful. So this is the rust one, which seems to be doing something. Well, this actually looks a little bit worse at the moment. I've got rid of the, well, I say rid, there was 2 rust spots there that looked better, but everything else looks a lot worse. The chimney doesn't. The chimney looks okay, and it's not filthy to the touch now. Still looks filthy. But I'll carry on with this steel brush because it does seem to be cleaning it off, but yeah, I don't know at what point it'll start to look any better. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad, does it? So I'm going to leave it like that, and when it was dry I fixed the holes. So I used this JB Weld Extreme Heat, and it was pretty easy. You don't have to pre-mix it or anything, and it comes in a screw lid, so hopefully that'll stay good. And I just used a bit of plastic. This is actually a like a divider in the toolbox, and I basically just tried to push it into the hole and a bit of surplus. And the same, I had a crack forming up here, so I filled that. And then when it dries you can scrape off the excess. So I'm finally getting to that silicone job now. So I've removed the old silicone from here and just doing it all the way along. It's not coming off in one clean piece. It's really gummy, like more like chewing gum than silicone. But we'll get it off, we'll clean it, we'll treat the wood, and we'll redo it. And the same with this stuff in here. This is all peeling away as well. But we're getting there. Okay, so I got all that out, and then I used 2 tools. So I used the Stanley knife, and then I used that I've shown you before, little silicone remover tool. So I used that to scrape a lot out, and then clean that off, and then lightly sanded all the wood. And then I've just put some oil on the wood. Now it's not what I should have used. I used worktop oil, but that's what I've got hanging around. I just noticed I've missed a bit of silicone there. There we go. So I could have used a varnish. I think there was varnish on here before because it came off with the silicone. But it's fine. We'll see what happens. I might have to put a varnish on it later, but I've just put some oil on it for now. And then I'm going to leave that for a bit to dry, and then I'll redo clear silicone between the window and the frame, and then in this gap here I've got some brown silicone that I can replace it with. be honest, it hardly needs it. There is a gap all the way along, but it's mostly at this end, big gap there. But that's, yeah. I'm not even sure how this window works, like how it's built. I mean, the metal is in there, like, which I'm assuming is the steel of the boat. But where even is that gap? So I wish I could kind of deconstruct the whole thing, but you know what happens when you start pulling things apart on a boat, don't you? So we've been there before. So I'm not going to do any more pulling apart. We're just going to make it look nice, and hopefully it'll stop the leaks. Probably won't do any more than this one window. The bathroom window needs doing, but it's about 6 o'clock in the evening now, and we're having a heat wave the next couple of days. So this might be my last job for this week, and we'll save the other stuff for another week. So the next job, I'm in the bedroom. Here we are. And I took the curtains down and I've removed the cover. So that the cover and the blinds that basically stop the window opening properly and stop me removing it, because it gets so hot in this bedroom because there's no blow through. I mean, I've got this window open, well, the side open, but unless it's actually breezy, which it's not, there's no breeze. And it was so filthy. It's still filthy because I can't get it all clean. I'll get the I don't think you can see in there very well. Doesn't look that bad on camera, but I can't get it clean, so I'll get I've got some, God, it's so hot, my brain's not working. I've got some pipe cleaners that I can get in those gaps with, but look at the blinds. So it's so disgusting. That's the kind of filth that gets trapped, and there's no air either. So that can go in the bin. I'm not going to be putting that back up. The only problem is it'll be lighter in the bedroom now. So I'm going to have to get a blind for this, but for now, I'll just deal with it, or I'll put some cardboard up against the window at night. But yeah, as soon as I've cleaned it, I'll get this window out and I'll get a bit of a breeze, and that will improve life. Do you know what? These windows don't have silicone at the side, and some of the others don't as well. I've just had a look. I'm suspecting now that someone's put silicone around the windows to try and stop the leaks. So I think the silicone itself was a bit of a bodge job. So I'm in two minds whether to put it back on that window that I've cleared it off. So I might just wait and see. Because if the window leaks, it's still gonna, you know, leak, and the water will just sit between the silicone and the leaky bit. So I'm not sure. I'll have a think about that. I might see if I can find out how these windows are fitted and what they should look like, and then go from there. Look at that DIY blind and a breeze. Well, when the wind's blowing. Don't you just love a DIY bodge job? I'm gonna stop now and make some dinner and get a rum because I deserve a drink and I'm out of wine. But thanks for watching, and take care over these next few days. It's due to be like 36, 37 here and 40 down south, so be careful out there. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.